Hello, Rachel and I had the pleasure of working together to share important information on Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences. Because there are numerous definitions of intelligence, it is important to bring to the forefront his definition that leads to his theory. He determines intelligence to be the biopsychological potential to process information. From that, he determined that there are 7 different intelligences people can possess. I'm going to go through them without an explanation because most are self-explanatory, with the last 2 getting more attention later in this presentation. So the first one is musical, then kinesthetic, verbal, mathematical, visual, and the last 2 are intrapersonal and interpersonal. Gardner and his colleagues, Moran and Kornhaber, express that just as the sounds of string, woodwind, and percussion instruments combine to create a symphony, the different intelligences intermix within a student to yield meaningful scholastic achievement or other accomplishments. In other words, these intelligences do not exist alone or work one at a time. They intertwine with one another to create understanding and knowledge. It is important to note with the last 2 intelligences that were mentioned above, Gardner was influenced by 2 psychologists. The well-known Sigmund Freud, that theorized about individuals, and the not so well-known William James, that theorized about people interacting with each other, hence community. Based on Freud and James, Gardner determined the intrapersonal and interpersonal intelligences. The intrapersonal is the understanding of one's desires, interests, goals, motivations, strengths, and weaknesses, and utilizing those characteristics in given situations. The interpersonal is the understanding of others' desires, interests, goals, motivations, and needs to work well with them. In other words, being empathetic. Through further research, Gardner determined that he needed to add more intelligences. The first one, naturalist, he believed should have been in the original list of 7 from the beginning. The last 2 are somewhat similar to each other: the spiritual, which is the purpose of one's life, and the existential, which is when a person questions things about their existence, life, and death. So this leads us to the questions to address on the discussion board about this theory. There's 2 questions after this. I'm going to pause and let you read the question to yourself, and from there you can answer on the discussion board. Thank you.